Some people call him the most dangerous black man in America. Others call him the voice of black empowerment. But what do we really know about him? Welcome back to the channel, where we bring you stories from an African perspective. In today's video, we'll be talking about Dr. Umar Johnson, the controversial author, educational psychologist, and Pan-Africanist who has taken the internet by storm. We will look at his background, rise to fame, his ideologies, and why some people consider him a dangerous man. Before we begin, please take the time to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss any updates from us. Also, kindly support our channel by liking this video and leaving your comments in the comment section below. Umar Fernando Johnson was born in 1972 in Dayton, Ohio, to Ghanaian parents. His father, Ernest Kwame Amio Johnson, was a graduate student and later became the director of African and African American Studies at Lincoln University of Missouri. His mother, Dorothy Johnson, was a teacher and worked as an assistant professor of social work at Lincoln University. Due to his parents' academic careers, Umar spent much of his childhood in Missouri, where he also received his early education. Johnson attended Lincoln University of Missouri and graduated with a Bachelor's degree in political science in 1994. He went on to earn his Master's degree in educational psychology in 1997 from Lincoln University. He furthered his studies at Capella University, earning his doctorate in educational psychology in 2003. His doctoral dissertation was titled "The Psychological Impact of Eurocentric Curriculum on Black Male Students." This dissertation explored how traditional school curricula that emphasized Western perspectives and achievements might negatively affect Black male students' self-image and sense of belonging. After earning his doctorate, Johnson worked as an educational psychologist, school psychologist, and curriculum developer in Minnesota. He also served as the director of African American Male Wellness at the Minneapolis Health Department, where he developed programs aimed at improving the health outcomes for Black men in the community. During his time in Minnesota, Johnson also taught courses in African American Studies at Augsburg College and the University of Minnesota. In 2016, Johnson relocated to South Africa, where he currently resides. He has been a vocal critic of systemic racism and inequality and has advocated for Black empowerment and self-determination. Johnson believes that Black people should take control of their own institutions and resources and should strive to achieve economic independence and political representation. He has been particularly critical of what he sees as the failure of the Black leadership in America to address these issues effectively. He argues that Black leaders have become too integrated into the existing power structures and have abandoned the interests of the Black community. One of the most controversial aspects of Johnson's message is his call for Black people to return to Africa. He argues that Black Americans have no true connection to the United States and that their ancestral homeland is in Africa. Johnson has been criticized for promoting this idea, which some see as a form of Black nationalism or even separatism. However, Johnson maintains that he is simply advocating for Black people to reconnect with their African roots and to take pride in their African identity. He argues that doing so will help Black people to overcome the negative effects of slavery and colonialism and to achieve true freedom and liberation. Another controversial aspect of Johnson's message is his criticism of what he sees as the failure of the civil rights movement. Johnson argues that the goals of the civil rights movement, such as integration and equal access to opportunities, are no longer relevant or desirable for Black people. Instead, he advocates for Black empowerment and self-determination, arguing that Black people should take control of their own institutions and resources, rather than trying to integrate into white society. Despite the controversy surrounding his message, Johnson has gained a significant following among Black Americans, particularly among young people. His message of Black empowerment and self-determination has resonated with many who feel that the traditional civil rights message of integration and accommodation is no longer effective in addressing the ongoing challenges faced by Black Americans. Johnson's message has also been popular among those who feel disconnected from mainstream Black leadership, which they see as out of touch with the concerns and struggles of ordinary Black people. On YouTube, Johnson hosts a show called The Umar Johnson Show, which features interviews with other Black scholars, activists, and community leaders who share his message of Black empowerment and self-determination. Johnson's YouTube channel has over 880,000 subscribers, and his videos have millions of views. He also has a large following on other social media platforms, where he continues to share his message with a wide audience. If you're wondering what drives Dr. Umar Johnson, you must understand that his journey has been shaped by a deep commitment to Black empowerment and liberation. As a scholar, educator, and activist, Johnson has dedicated his life to challenging the status quo and advocating for positive change in the world. He believes that Black people should take control of their own destinies and should strive to achieve economic independence and political representation. This belief is rooted in his personal experiences and his analysis of the historical and contemporary challenges faced by Black people around the world. Johnson's Pan-Africanist perspective informs his work as he seeks to connect with and empower Black people across the diaspora. He believes that Black people everywhere share common struggles and aspirations, and that by working together, they can create positive change. This commitment to Pan-Africanism is evident in his work to promote Black unity and solidarity. Johnson recognizes that Black people have often been divided by artificial borders and external forces, and he works tirelessly to bridge these divides and build solidarity among Black communities. He believes that when Black people are united, they are powerful and can challenge oppressive systems and structures. One of the key factors that drives Johnson is his passion for education. He believes that education is the key to Black liberation, and that by investing in Black education, we are investing in the future. Johnson is particularly concerned about the state of Black education in America, and he works to develop culturally. relevant and empowering curricula that celebrate Black history and culture and challenge negative stereotypes. He believes that when Black children are educated from a positive Black perspective, they are better equipped to succeed and contribute to the betterment of their communities. Another important driver for Johnson is his commitment to social justice. He is a vocal advocate for Black rights and equality, and he challenges systemic racism and discrimination wherever he finds it. Johnson believes that Black people deserve equal access to opportunities and that they should be able to live free from fear of violence or persecution. He is particularly concerned about the ongoing police brutality and racial profiling of Black people, and he works to hold law enforcement accountable and to promote police reform. It's also worth noting that Johnson's personal experiences have shaped his activism and work. As a Black man in America, he has personally experienced the challenges and discrimination faced by Black people, and he is driven by a deep sense of empathy and compassion. He is committed to using his platform and influence to amplify the voices of Black people and to give them a sense of agency and empowerment. However, it is important to note that Johnson's work has not been without its critics. Some have accused him of promoting Black separatism and have criticized his call for Black people to return to Africa. Others have accused him of being anti-Semitic and have criticized his views on Israel and Palestine. Despite these criticisms, Johnson remains committed to his message of Black empowerment and liberation. He believes that Black people have the right to self-determination and that they should not be silenced or intimidated by those who oppose their voices. In conclusion, Dr. Umar Johnson is a prominent figure in the Pan-Africanist movement who has gained a significant following among Black Americans with his message of Black empowerment and self-determination. He is a controversial figure, but his work and ideas are important to understand for anyone seeking to understand the complexities of race relations and the ongoing struggle for Black liberation. Now, let's move on to the next segment of the video. Why do people love Umar Johnson? There are several reasons why many Black people particularly resonate with Umar Johnson's message. Firstly, his message of Black empowerment and self-determination is appealing to many who feel that the traditional civil rights message of integration and accommodation is no longer effective in addressing the ongoing challenges faced by Black Americans. Secondly, Johnson's emphasis on Black unity and solidarity resonates with many Black people who feel that they have been divided by artificial borders and external forces. Johnson's call for Black people to reconnect with their African roots and to take pride in their African identity is also appealing to many who feel disconnected from their heritage and want to learn more about their history and culture. Additionally, Johnson's commitment to education and his efforts to develop culturally relevant curricula that celebrate Black history and culture are seen as essential in empowering Black youth and preparing them to succeed in a society that often marginalizes them. Finally, Johnson's unwavering commitment to social justice and his willingness to speak out against systemic racism and discrimination are inspiring to many who admire his courage and his dedication to the cause of Black liberation. Why do people fear Umar Johnson? There are several reasons why some people fear Umar Johnson and his message. Firstly, Johnson's message of Black empowerment and self-determination challenges the status quo and calls for a radical rethinking of the role of Black people in society. This can be threatening to those who benefit from the existing power structures and who fear that Black people becoming more empowered and self-determined could threaten their privilege and power. Secondly, Johnson's criticism of what he sees as the failure of the civil rights movement and his rejection of integration and accommodation as a means of achieving racial equality is controversial and can be seen as a threat to the established order. His call for Black people to take control of their own institutions and resources and to strive for economic independence and political representation is challenging and can make some people uncomfortable. Thirdly, Johnson's call for Black people to return to Africa and his emphasis on Black African identity can be seen as divisive and separatist. This can be particularly problematic in countries like the United States, where there is a long history of racial integration, and where many people may not understand or appreciate the importance of preserving Black African identity. Finally, Johnson's fearlessness in speaking out against injustice and his willingness to challenge oppressive systems and structures can be intimidating to those who are invested in maintaining the status quo. His unwavering commitment to Black liberation and his refusal to compromise on his principles can be seen as a threat to those who value conformity and obedience over dissent and activism. Do you agree with his ideology? Do you think Black people should prioritize their unity and empowerment? Or do you believe that integration and equal access to opportunities are more important? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you liked this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. Until next time.